Plants vs. Zombies Replanted was just announced not too long ago, and as an older fan, I'm unsure how to feel. For starters, I'm super excited to see that PopCap have finally made their return after the failures of Battle for Neighborville and PvZ3. The Plants vs. Zombies games were my childhood, and after seeing them flop in their third-person shooter format and the original tower defense format, I really believe this franchise might be gone forever. With the new remaster, they've announced somewhat exciting stuff. Now in the trailer, they really hype up the HD graphics. I've never been a graphics guy, and honestly I could play a game on the lowest resolution settings for PC and still be enthused by the gameplay. But is there really much of a difference between this and the Xbox 360 version? I get that this is coming to other platforms as well, but if you're basing your purchase on graphics, especially if you want the Xbox or PlayStation versions, you should probably either just buy the older version, or alternatively, if you're playing on Xbox, you could just get it with Game Pass Ultimate via EA Play. I just thought it was interesting that this was the main thing advertised in the trailer when the Steam page key features look more exciting. Now you may also mention the co-op and PvP that they announced, but again, the console versions had these. The most insane part to me is that it's still only local PvP and co-op. I'm not complaining because of the couch co-op, couch PvP experience. Honestly, I feel like we need more of that these days, but holy hell, it's been nearly 15 years since this game launched with these features on the 360. And you're telling me that 2 console generations and 3 online multiplayer spin-offs later, we still don't have the option to play online in this remaster? And that's it for the trailer. The game's coming to all these consoles. But now, onto the more interesting aspects that for some reason didn't make it into the trailer. First off, again, they need to mention those stunning HD graphics for everyone who will notice the changes in pixel count. Now here, they mention bonus levels and new content, which sounds more exciting, but it really depends on how much they're offering, which, if my speculation is right, won't be anything too groundbreaking. I'll get to that later. We get the co-op mentioned here again. The PvP mode they mention here also specifies that you'll take control of the zombies, which if you've played the console ports, you already know exactly how that whole game works. I might play footage of it here. It also says you can unlock visual options through the Tree of Wisdom, and you'll have an on and off toggle for them. Now, it says an updated on and off toggle. You can call me a fake fan, but I don't remember the Tree of Wisdom having visual options ever. But I imagine that these would just be cosmetic changes similar to when you would open up the cheat code menu on the 360 and give the zombie some goofy sunglasses or something. It says you can relive the classic minigames with an HD polish and even more chaotic fun. I think they might have changed the visuals with this game. They're adding a cloudy day mode where you get a reduced sun income, which is actually exciting because that's the least vague description we've been given. Then there's the Rest in Peace mode, which is the Plants vs. Zombies take on permadeath. In the original, you could just make a new save file, at least on PC and mobile. So if you want to buy this for console, I guess that's an incentive. Finally, the addition of a gallery featuring concept art, which I honestly don't have much to say about. It's just cool if you're into that kind of thing. Now, reviewing the pictures, the first one shows gameplay of co-op on a day level, and the UI looks less clunky than it previously did on console. You'll also notice that there's an option to pause and speed up gameplay, and I can see the pause being useful, but the speed up, I don't really know. I guess it's there if you have a shorter attention span. The art around the lawn itself will be visible on PC, where it was previously only on Xbox, which is nice. The second is just a screenshot of a night level, and the solo UI looks okay. I don't know. It really just feels off to me for some reason. Also, the player has $86. The third picture just shows the third adventure level. nothing really to say about that. In the fourth one, I have very mixed emotions about it. It looks like we're getting the mobile UI for the main mode in the game, and you can see the Cloudy Day and RIP mode being showcased as well as the bonus levels. Hopefully the garbage can isn't indicative of how fun this will be. Finally, the fifth screenshot shows Walnut Bowling, and the player has $144. So I assume that the economy for Crazy Dave's Twitty Dinkies is either contracting or PVZ now has inflation. And that's it! You can pre-purchase for a retro pea shooter skin. Oh no.
Battle pass. I just shit out my ass.
So you know how I mentioned the new content? Well, that specific line in the description makes me think we're probably going to get an item shop and God forbid a battle pass in this game. I want to reiterate the seemingly big change in coins that we get. Here's my theory. Coins have been used as a free-to-play currency, but also something you could pay real-life money for in the latest entries. Is it possible that they'll do the same thing here? And with how hard coins can be to get in this game, you'll likely need to end up grinding a lot of Marigold survival levels, assuming they don't do something to patch that out, of course. Playing a longer time just to earn them through gameplay, or straight up paying so you can get the shop items. Which I assume will be cosmetics, but considering that coins are also used for Crazy Dave's Twitty Dinkies, I'm concerned that buying any of the power-ups or the stuff for your Zen Garden, which interestingly they didn't mention, I'm hoping they keep the Zen Garden, or generally like the new plants you would unlock, like the plant upgrades, the Gatling Pea, the twin sunflowers, etc. Is all of that going to be affected by this change? Assuming it is a big change. Maybe they reduce the prices in the Twitty Dinky shop. Maybe the screenshots were just taken at times where, I don't know, the coin count was increasing in the single digits. Maybe that's something they changed for an added effect. I don't know. Either way, it's concerning to me. I really hope I'm wrong, but this is also EA reviving a franchise that hasn't been seen in years. I would not put it past them to make everything super expensive and ride the wave of nostalgia, hoping that someone bites. And I can almost guarantee someone will bite. Oh yeah, did I mention that this game is $15 more than the original on Steam?
You know what's up?